On November 22nd, 2021, two cops get called to check out an Airbnb because the owner stopped by and found the front door wide open. And she knew nobody was supposed to be staying there that night, so she called police thinking someone broke in, and what showed up on their body cameras is pretty disturbing.
How's it going? What seems to be the problem?
I left for a while to go shopping, and when I came home, the door is open. I think somebody broke in.
Does anyone live in the house?
Yes, my husband, myself, and our two kids, but they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
Two upstairs and one downstairs.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Just stay here, man.
The cops show up and talk to the owner, who tells them she's out of town. Her family's with her, no pets inside, and definitely nobody should be in there. So they're about to go in and search every room to see if someone's hiding.
Police! If anyone's here, make yourself known. Police! Anyone inside? I'm gonna check downstairs, you get upstairs.
They walk with warning police, make herself known over and over while checking the downstairs rooms, looking for whoever might have broken into this empty Airbnb, and so far, everything seems normal.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
They head upstairs to check, and the place looks completely empty, with zero signs anyone's been there. But then something happens that neither cop can explain, and everyone watching the footage caught it immediately. While one cop's searching upstairs, a door just swings wide open right in front of him with nobody touching it and no breeze to push it, like someone invisible just walked straight through it. And he sees it happen, but keeps searching because he's trying to stay professional and find actual intruders. Then, a few moments later, while he's walking through the hallway, they heard something terrifying.
Downstairs, clear.
You can hear footsteps right behind him on the body cam, like someone's following him, and it's clear enough that everyone watching can hear actual footfalls happening right where he just was. But when he turns around, nobody's there.
Downstairs, clear.
Later, the cops finish searching the whole house and tell the owner nobody's inside and the place is secure. But you can tell both of them look pretty shaken by whatever just happened in there. People watching this footage had two big questions. Why are the closets totally empty? And why didn't they just turn the lights on? Turns out the empty closets make sense because it's an Airbnb and the owner removes all personal stuff so guests can't steal anything. And cops not using light switches is actually standard because flipping lights takes time and hands, and when you're searching for potential threats, you need your weapon ready and full attention on what might be hiding, so they just use flashlights. So yeah, no person broke in, but depending on what you believe, there might be something else living in that house. What do you think it was? Let us know. Our next case comes from urban explorer Urbex Hill, who returned to Robert Fulton Elementary School, an abandoned building in one of Cleveland, Ohio's most dangerous neighborhoods, and what he captured on camera during this exploration proves that some of the most terrifying things you can encounter in abandoned places aren't ghosts, but the living people hiding inside them. 3 years ago, he saw a warning on a chalkboard saying, "Don't explore alone." And a year ago, he found a man living inside, but 2 weeks later, his curiosity brought him back alone. This is what he recorded.
About a year ago, one night when I was exploring this school, I stumbled upon a man living in a room blocked off by desks. This initial encounter revealed signs that people have been living in this school for a long time. This was evident by the message on the chalkboard left by explorers that read, "Don't explore alone." This confirmed that potentially dangerous people have been living in this abandoned school for a while.
While moving through the school, Urbex Hill starts hearing sounds that make him stop and listen. Distant talking and what sounds like footsteps.
I heard something.
Urbex Hill continues exploring cautiously and comes across a door with "Keep Out" written on it, and he decides to check what's inside. A desk set up with a fresh water bottle, personal belongings, clothing, and clear evidence that someone is actively living in this room right now, indicating whoever lives here was recently present or might even still be nearby. He then went deeper into the school and discovers a fallout shelter area filled with abandoned desks. At this moment in the footage, he captures an unknown figure of a man walking in the background that he doesn't notice first. He won't realize until later, when reviewing this footage, he captured the exact same man who was living in that room during his previous exploration, which means this person recognized him and had been tracking his movement through the building.
Really quick, I just wanted to point out that I had to place my camera on this desk right here because I had to use both of my hands to make it past all this junk. And that's when I captured something on camera that I didn't even notice.
The sounds get clearer that somebody is definitely down there with him, and he can hear them talking, which means there are multiple people in this abandoned school at night.
All these desks behind. Somebody's down here.
He decides to move, and then something happens that changes everything. A person with a flashlight turns around, and in that brief moment, he clearly sees a gun in their hand.
Here's one more thing I need to point out. Right as that person with the flashlight turned around, I could see a gun in their hand.
He immediately realizes these aren't just homeless people or scrappers, but potentially dangerous criminals hiding from police or using this building for illegal activity, and they definitely don't want him there.
They could just be squatters or even scrappers. They could even be criminals hiding from the police. I don't know. But one thing I know for sure, they didn't want me there, because they started shooting a gun as I ran away.
Urbex Hill starts running to escape the building, and as he's fleeing, the people inside start shooting a gun. And you can hear the shots firing as he runs for his life, trying to get out of this abandoned school where armed people have been living. After escaping, when he reviews his footage and found terrifying discovery in the footage. His camera captured the shadow and feet of a man wearing shoes walking behind frosted glass in a room across from where he was, which means while he was focused on exploring and recording, somebody was silently following him through the building, watching his every move from adjacent rooms, and he had absolutely no idea it was happening. What makes this absolutely chilling is the realization that both times Urbex Hill explored this building at night, he was being watched and followed by people living there without him knowing. And the camera captured evidence of them tracking him that he only discovered later when reviewing the footage in safety. What do you think? Would you ever explore abandoned buildings alone after seeing this? Let us know in the comments. In January 2020, a mother named Robin Montgomery posted what she thought would be a funny, relatable video about how moms can't even go to the bathroom alone without their kids following them. But when she posted the video of her 1-year-old daughter, something in the footage horrified her and still haunts her. Here's the video she took of her 1-year-old daughter.
Avery? Out. Out.
Mother is standing at the bathroom door saying out, and at first glance it just looks like a toddler wanting her mom's attention. But watch the child's face closely, and you'll notice something is very wrong with her appearance that shouldn't be there. Viewers watching the video immediately pointed out something disturbing about the child's face that looks unnatural, and Robin makes it very clear that nobody else was in the house except her and her daughter. Let's look the video from another angle.
Avery?
It is clearly visible that a dark, shadowy figure with haunting facial features has appeared. And before people start speculating, she swears her daughter was not wearing any makeup or a mask. And this is the original raw footage with no CGI or editing whatsoever. So whatever is visible on that child's face in the footage has no explanation, and it doesn't look like normal lighting or shadows. But what makes this footage even more disturbing is what happens at the very end of the video.
Out. Out.
Watch the child's feet closely, because right at the end, the 1-year-old appears to be lifted off the ground as if something invisible just picked her up, and her feet clearly leave the floor while she's still talking, and there's no way a 1-year-old can jump or lift themselves like that. A mother films her 1-year-old daughter and captures something haunting. Let us know in the comment, what do you see in this footage? TikTok user Chubby Gooby posted 2 separate home security camera videos showing paranormal activity escalating inside her house. And what makes these incidents particularly disturbing is that in the second video, her cat seems to know something is about to happen before it occurs. On June 19th, 2022, Chubby Gooby and her husband were sleeping when their bedroom security camera captured something that, according to them, words cannot explain. And she posted the footage saying she feels incredibly uncomfortable sharing it, but believes it's important for people to see what's been happening in their home, because this video has left them terrified.
Hello everyone, this is our experience on June 19th, 2022. I would like to thank you all for your continued support during this difficult time.
While both of them are fully asleep, the bedroom door suddenly closes by itself, as if someone just walked in and shut it behind them. It was not just the door which is moving. Another terrifying thing occurs when objects in the room start moving.
I was fully asleep at this point and I was trying to wake up.
Till now, the objects are moving slowly, but this will quickly turn into violent.
We were both half asleep at this point and I don't really remember what happened exactly. I just heard a sound. It wasn't until we watched the video.
An object fall from above hard enough that it make enough noise to partially wake the couple, but they're so groggy they don't fully understand what's happening. But whatever the camera captures is not deniable. They watch the security footage later that they realize it looks like something invisible entered the room, closed the door, and began physically rearranging their belongings while they slept. In live, she desperately asks if anyone has a scientific explanation for what's happening. But the activity didn't stop there. She posted another update showing another incident captured on her surveillance camera.
Our surveillance camera caught this and I'm a little bit nerved about everything that happens and the fact that the camera just stopped at the end of this. I'm not really sure what to do about this. Just watch and let me know what you think at the end. My cat never comes up to me like this unless she wants food, so that might have been what it was, but she was acting particularly weird.
The footage shows she was relaxing and watching a movie when her cat suddenly comes up to her, and she immediately notices the cat is acting particularly weird because the cat never approaches her like this unless it wants food. But this time, the cat's behavior is different and unsettling.
Our cat just walked away from me and I felt like she knew it was coming.
Then the cat suddenly walks away from her and starts staring intently at something across the room, and she also felt like the cat knew something was about to happen. And animals are known to sense paranormal presences before humans notice anything. So, the cat's behavior is a warning that something is there. Let's take a closer look.
She knew it was coming.
Moments after the cat walks away and starts staring, a vase suddenly falls off the surface it was sitting on, with nobody near it, and nothing that could knock it over. Another disturbing moment happens is that right after the vase falls, the surveillance camera stops recording on its own.
Hello?
It stops as if something deliberately shut it off to prevent it from capturing what happened next. She believes something is following her from house to house, as they also face some paranormal activity in their previous house, but not to this extent. And posting these videos made them feel even worse, because many viewers urged them to leave the house immediately, believing an evil presence has made itself known and the house isn't safe anymore. Would you stay in a house where this keeps happening? Let us know in the comments. Our next case comes from 15 years ago, when Blackwing heard disturbing noises upstairs in his house and went to investigate with his camera running. And what happened when he entered that room and started asking questions proves something intelligent was haunting him.
Come on. Okay. Really? What the fuck was that?
He started hearing strange noises, and instead of ignoring them, he decided to grab his camera and investigate, heading up the stairs to find out what was making those sounds.
You guys hear that, right?
When he reaches the top of the stairs, he hesitates for a moment before daring to open the door to the room where the noises were coming from. And what he finds inside immediately confirms that something paranormal has been active in his house.
Okay. That bottle of Windex was right here. I left it there this morning. It was right there. Alright.
The first thing he notices is a bottle lying on the floor, and he states that this bottle was previously sitting securely on a table, which means while he was downstairs hearing those noises, something came into this room and knocked the bottle off the table onto the floor.
My room's kind of messy right now because blizzards and such and shit like that. I don't really know what I'm supposed to say.
While he's filming the room trying to document what happened, a glass sitting on the table suddenly starts moving on its own right in front of him, and he is watching this happen in real time on camera. Blackwing realizes he's witnessing active poltergeist behavior, so he decides to test if whatever is causing this can actually hear him and respond. What he get is truly haunting.
Oh, can you do that again? Fuck this.
Blackwing decides to test if whatever is causing this can actually hear him. So he asks out loud, "Did you do that again?" And the second he finishes that question, a mug on the table immediately crashes to the ground like the entity just answered him. And this instant response proves he's not dealing with random activity, but something intelligent that can hear him and deliberately move objects on command, which is way more terrifying. Blackwing asked a question, and something invisible answered by throwing a mug, an intelligent presence that responds when you speak to it. What would you do? Let us know in the comments.